a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Be another night in the Keystone State. This is not the case for the Mission Barbecue Cup Series. Tonight, we begin the final fortnight of racing in 2021 with the Pocono Mountains being the backdrop for the penultimate race of the season. Good evening, lads. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 races are left in 2021 for the NOFSRL Mission Barbecue Cup Series. We begin these final 2 weeks in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, at none other than the Nazareth Speedway for the running of the Tastykake 400 presented by Trains and Lanes Hobbies. My name is Trey Wright as we welcome you to the track with live coverage once again being broadcasted on NASCAR Nerd 34. After an amazing race last week in Quebec, Canada at the Ricky Raceway, we come to quite an interesting track here at Nazareth. Almost completely flat. The most bankings in the most amount of banking in the corners is 4 degrees. Very sharp turns, and overall one of the weirdest tracks we go to in the season. Glenn Smith Jr. and Mitchell Collins know their way around here pretty well, and that is good news for Collins. But Lance Smith Jr. won the first race here at Nazareth last year, which was his second race of the season. Won 2 races here previously with Lance Smith Jr. winning the Tastykake 400 last year, and last year in the third to last race in the Chase, which Collins won here in the John Andretti 500 presented by Trains and Lanes Hobbies. Like we said, that is good for Mitchell Collins at number 78. That he has got experience before here at the Nazareth Speedway, as he currently leads the pack of 9 drivers who still have the mathematical chance of winning the 2021 Mission Barbecue Cup Series Championship next week at the New Jersey Motor Speedway, with 6 of those drivers having the most realistic shot. We'll get right to that point right here and right now. On the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see your current chase grid after 8 races. Mitchell Collins holds a 30-point lead over Aiden McCrow coming into the Tastykake 400 presented by Trains and Lanes. Braden Perez is 99 points behind, and if you remember, if you have seen the last 4 races here on NASCAR Nerd 34, you will know that Braden Perez has not had a good last 4 races. Gotten a little bit of a scuffle at the Denver Roval with Aiden McCrow, who is a championship rival right now and a Rookie of the Year rival. We'll get to that in one moment. But now the Oval, the 92 machine was caught up in a lap 1 accident, finished last. Then at Texas World, bit off way more than he could chew, and tried to do a bump and run with the halfway point through the out of the groove 500 Texas World. Took himself and Keegan Thompson out of contention for that win. And then last week at Ricky did not have the speed that his other Pacific Racing cars had. Ended up finishing 26th last week in the Labatt Blue 500 at the Ricky Raceway. But he comes into here tonight. He starts 12th on the grid tonight, so he's going to have to do a little bit of work if he wants to get that points lead back. 99 points in front of the 78 of Mitchell Collins. That equates to about 20 points on the racetrack. 20 positions on the racetrack, excuse me. Madison Tall is 105 points behind. She is the highest highest qualifying chase driver that is still mathematically able to win the championship. We'll get to that in one moment. Nelson Reeves is 155 behind, and Brendan Yodel is 165 points behind the number 78 machine of Mitchell Collins. And those are the drivers that are 6 drivers have the most realistic shot to win the title. Then the next 3 down are the long shots, since they are more than a race's worth of points behind Mitchell Collins. Those drivers are currently Logan Alexander, who is 255 points behind, regular season champion Tristan Allen, who is 280 points behind, and Trey Smith, who is 365 points behind. Those guys need a lot to go their way the next couple of races if they want to hoist that championship trophy. But then the bottom 3 have no chance of doing so. We come to the bottom 3 drivers who are mathematically eliminated from championship contention. Those are Tyler Reynolds, who is 450 points behind, John Andrews, who is 499 points behind, and Dano Georgi, who is a whopping 560 points behind Mitchell Collins coming into Nazareth. Max you can score is 220, so I wouldn't say Tyler Reynolds is mathematically eliminated, but Tyler Reynolds starts really deep in the field. There he is in the number 19 machine. Starts, if I am not mistaken, 19th on the grid tonight, so not that deep, but to get 220 points, he is going to need maximum points, and he needs Mitchell Collins to finish last in both races if he wants to win this championship. So yeah, it's not going to be, I really don't think that Tyler Reynolds is going to end up hoisting championship trophy, and it is such a shame that he's not going to be able to, given just how consistent he was in this season. Same with John Andrews, and Dano Georgi was up and down, got in with a wild card, and is going to get booted out of this shindig early. But, hey, one of those drivers you cannot kill is Madison Tull, got the final wild card position, so she's up there, and she is only 105 points behind, so that equivalates to 21 positions on the racetrack. So all bets are off on how this 99 car is going to be doing and how all these guys are going to be doing. And that is just the battle for the regular championship. We've got 3 more championship battles to look at, technically 2, but we'll go into the unofficial one, the Best of the Rest championship that was currently being led by Ryan Durrani, who has about 100 points over Logan Williams at the moment. Caleb Rose, and Rose has definitely had a lot of good, strong starts, but he starts last on the grid tonight, so we'll see what he is able to do. And then, not really meant for anything, just to see who's the best of the rest that didn't make it. Durrani is trying to get on a revenge tour and trying to do well, and making a run at the Rookie of the Year standings, which is currently being led by Aiden McCrow. And Braden Perez, he and McCrow and Perez are currently in a dogfight for that, with Ryan Durrani waiting in the wings for those guys to screw up. Nelson Reeves and even Logan Alexander is still in the running for that. And then we come to the owner's points. Grattan Racing, with the number 26, piloted by Brendan Yodel, is in the lead by a healthy 154 points over Pacific Racing. Pacific Racing starts pretty up front. Starts in the top quarter of the field, of course. Caleb Rose starting in the last position, but we'll have to see if Caleb Rose can do the last to first challenge, which is always exciting to see. But that is your point standings coming into the penultimate race of 2021, and that should cover just about everything. A lot can still happen within these next 2 races, and we must run them to find out. You know what time it is, boys. Let's get this Keystone party started, lads. What do you say we head down trackside to get the starting command for the penultimate race of the season here at Nazareth?
Drivers, start your engines!
Will Parrish won the pole position for the Tastykake 400 here at Nazareth. 5 bonus points go to his championship, which he's not running for a championship. Row number starting alongside him is a 5 of Cole Sampson. The rest of the starting lineup is on the left-hand side of the screen. Row to the 16 of Noah Clifton starts alongside the 88 of Landon Smith Jr. Row 3, the 46 of John Andrews, the highest qualifying chase driver on the grid, starts alongside Madison Tall. Row number 4, the 25 of Nathan Smith starts alongside the other Sampson brother up inside the top of the front 10, Riley Sampson. And then in row number 5, the 26 of Brendan Yodel starts alongside your points leader coming into Nazareth, Mitchell Collins. Cars are rolled off the starting grid, and they have their KFC race report. Should be at the bottom left-hand side of the screen. It is going to be a 57-lap race around the 0.946 D-shaped oval in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Pit window should be between 28 and 30 laps. If this thing goes into overtime, that is going to make things spicy. Like I mentioned, the corners here are very flat. The most in the corners is 4 degrees of banking. And your 2 previous winners here are Landon Smith Jr., who starts 4th on the grid, and Mitchell Collins, who starts 10th on the grid tonight. Through the gears they go. Green flag is in the air. Let's go racing in the Keystone State, boys. Will Parrish will gain an additional 5 points for leading a lap, and oh, Landon Smith Jr. absolutely destroys the outside wall off of the first corner, and he has already got quite a few donuts. That 88 gear wrench machine has been banged up on that first lap. The top 3 have pulled away. All 3 of them are rookies. Nathan Smith and Big Daddy Derek Hamill, last week's winner at Ricky, looking for 2 in a row here. Started 11th on the grid tonight and has already made his way up to 5th. Landon Smith Jr. has a ton of damage to both sides of that gear wrench Chevrolet. Yes, he was getting a pinball in the back there. And then, don't see Madison Tall. There is Madison Tall getting shuffled back early on. Started 6th on the grid, and the outside lane, especially on the starts, does not work as Braden Perez almost got hooked there by the 97 of Nathan Stapleton. The caution flag is out. And it looked like Jordan Lopez has gone around in turn number 3. And he has a lot of damage to the Starcom Fiber Monte Carlo. And the yellow flag is out early on here at Nazareth. Does not appear that anybody will elect to come down the pit lane. Not sure who else was caught up in that, and it's a good thing that they're not coming down the pit lane because they're jumbling up there. Nope, Zachary Fitzwater making some contact with the 56 of Tristan Allen, trying to sort out all the timing and scoring issues. This track is somewhat buggy with that. Does not appear that anybody will come down the pit lane aside from Jordan Lopez, but that was some feisty racing there in the back, or in the front I should say. And we'll get all the timing and scoring settled out, and Zachary Fitzwater may have been the culprit that sent the 81 around. He will come down the pit lane and we'll see what he does. But Lopez not had a good season, and his bad season continues here at Nazareth. But Will Parrish led them back to the caution flag. He has led all 4.5 laps so far. Let's take a look and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the night here at the Nazareth Speedway in the 3rd ever race here at Nazareth, the penultimate race of 2021 for the Mission Barbecue Cup Series. So it was actually the 0 of Colton Yo, who is your leader's teammates, by the way, Will Parrish, who ends up hooking the 81 of Jordan Lopez right in the entrance of turn 3, and thank God for safer barriers. Both those cars hard on the outside wall. So I'm not sure why Zachary Fitzwater came down the pit lane. Probably because of that contact he made under the caution flag with Tristan Allen. But a simple 2-car accident puts us underneath the yellow flag here. And I guess the officials are learning from their mistake last week with Noah Clifton barrel rolling down the back straightaway. And the caution not being called out for that, because that was a very quick yellow for an accident that was relatively at the back of the field and wasn't going to cause any damage for anybody else. But we are under caution here at Nazareth for the first time tonight. We'll take a look at this accident in real time, then get you back to the action here at the Nazareth Speedway. Falling in real time, and simple racing deal, honestly. Lopez getting turned around by Yo. That's going to stack the field up quite a bit, as top 3 were beginning to run away from with this race. But we'll rack them back up, and we'll send them back going once again. Will Parrish led them back to the caution flag. Let's see what he and everybody else is able to do on the restart here as we wrap up caution number 1 of the Tastykake 400, presented by Trains and Lanes Hobbies. Welcome back to the Nazareth Speedway, wrapping up caution number 1 of the night. Jordan Lopez was the only car to get knocked out from that accident. We have 39 cars remaining on the racetrack, and 38 of them are on the lead lap. Zachary Fitzwater stuck on the pit lane with repairs. Your top 5 going back through the race's restart zone are Will Parrish, 16 of Noah Clifton, the 46 of John Andrews, the 25 of Nathan Smith, and the 91 of Jordan Lopez. As for second, Andrews going underneath the 16 of Clifton. Top 3 guys sport the yellow stripes on their back bumpers, and Andrews will send it going in through the first corner. Now, I'm not sure what they're trying to fix on Zachary Fitzwater or what the problem is on Fitzy, but he is going to go 3 laps down as Noah Clifton hard on the outside wall. Move both Hamill and Smith up to 3rd and 4th respectively. Clifton's going to fight hard on that outside lane. But Andrews now trying to track down the 0-2 of Parrish. Back in the pack, there is Aiden McCrow, who currently runs 33rd last time by. Will probably gain a position of Orion Benjamin. And then, Brendan Yodel is down the pit lane. So something amiss on the Kmart number 26 machine. Definitely an unscheduled pit stop, and this has championship implications. Not sure what the deal is there. I think, I don't know what happened, but he is going to go a lap down. He might beat out Will Parrish. He might be on the tail end of the lead lap here if he can just goose it off the access road. It's going to be tight, but no, Will Parrish will lap the 26 of Brendan Yodel. I don't know what happened there, but and Zachary Fitzwater is still stuck on the pit lane. We saw this at Trenton back in June, or July, I should say. Zachary Fitzwater being stuck on the pit lane, and not sure what the deal is there. We'll take a look at some other chase drivers in the field. Mitchell Collins has really dropped back, and the number 78 currently runs 23rd that time by. And that would have been huge for Brendan Yodel, but Yodel is now 1 lap down in 38th at the moment. He might try and get his lap back here as Big Daddy Derek goes for second over Andrews. Yodel quickly losing touch and hoping for a yellow, as he will be 1 lap down. He can get past the 0-2 of Parrish on the restart. But right now, the Macklin Hamill Motorsports guys run 2nd, 3rd, and Weber Nelson Reeves is 27th, so a decent day for Macklin Hamill. But it's been a good day so far for Will Parrish. Has led all 14.5 laps so far, 13.5, excuse me, here at Nazareth. And it has been a fairly quiet race so far. See if Yodel catches up to the 0-2 at all. It closes in just a bit on his intrepid teammate. But I think team orders are not going to come into play. Parrish has had a really rough season and really wants to get a dub. Wants to absolutely tattoo the field, and he is able to do it tonight. Fastest lap of the race currently belongs to Big Daddy Derek Hamill himself. Will Parrish not that far behind. But Hamill is a man on an absolute mission. Started 11th on the grid tonight. Has made his way up to 2nd. As we go back through the field, Fitzwater still trying to repair that car on the pit lane. I don't know what the issue is, but currently about 10 laps down. Now going to be 11 laps down this time by for Zachary Fitzwater. Right now, looking at your chase drivers that are still mathematically able to win this championship. Highest one of those is got to go all the way back to Logan Alexander in the 20, who is currently 16th. And then Braden Perez, who is currently 20th. So these chase drivers not doing so well here in Nazareth, and I am shocked that Mitchell Collins is back where he is in the 28th position. Oh, as Trace Smith gets on the outside wall, so moved to 78 up, and now he's up to 23rd as he was 24th last time by. I am shocked. And given, I mean, the 88 of Landon Smith Jr., he is currently running 8th, and you can just, it just shows how much he knows his way around this racetrack. As he has got a really beat up 88 gear wrench machine. Back to the lead. No real battle so far, but Hamill is beginning to catch up to Brendan Yodel. And Yodel is hoping for a caution or something to happen so he can have a chance to get back on the lead lap, but Hamill is all over the back bumper of the Kmart Intrepid. It's just a matter of time before Yodel gets passed by the much faster Derek Hamill, and we still don't know what the issue was on the 26. I think he may have been trying to do a gas and go, and I believe the yellow flag is out. It is, and oh no! Championship implications. Mitchell Collins junk. Tristan Allen junk as well. That's going to end his hopes. 7 of Nelson Reeves involved as well, but Mitchell Collins is going to be finishing 39th in this one. Huge plume of smoke out of the 78 machine. And ladies and gentlemen, this championship fight just got knotted up. Durrani was involved as well. Yeah, that's, like we said, that's going to effectively take out Tristan Allen of the running, as Cameron Garlington, your Texas Win Coca-Cola winner. Logan Williams, we said how well he was doing. Cole Sampson, your outside pole sitter. Heavy damage to that DeWalt number 5. And everybody is coming down the pit lane. Fitzwater's still out there. Follow along with Will Parrish, and I believe they should be able to make it to the end. If not, it's going to be tight, but Parrish will lead them down. And we'll see what the call is for everybody. A bit of contact being made. There's a very tight pit road, but Ford Fresh Hoosier Tires going on the BWT number 02, and he is out and away first. Andrews will scarcely miss out on getting second, as Clifton got absolutely sideswiped by the 25 of Smith. But we're going to rack them back up and send them back out. That is good news for Brendan Yodel. He will have the inside lane, and if he can get a quick caution, that's going to help him in the points, as Allen will get back out there with missing Hood. Everybody off the pit lane, and we have got an accident to review. Will Parrish led them back to the caution flag, leads them off of the pit lane. We'll see what he is able to do on the restart here at the Nazareth Speedway, as we see what happened with championship implications here to Mitchell Collins, because he got a lot of damage here on the front straightaway at Nazareth. So Ethan Lewis just pulled a Braden Perez, got a bit too impatient with Cole Sampson, and is going to just send him into the outside wall. Unfortunately, he's going to take himself out of it hard in the outside wall for both of those drivers. I believe they are going to go around Lewis on 2 tires, and that's going to trigger the caution flag. Cameron Garlington, nowhere to go, tries to slam on the brakes, but he's going to run right in the back of Ethan Lewis. And that is not the worst part, as you see Garlington right into the back of the Hers number 79. And Collins, I don't know why Collins doesn't just duck down to the inside, tries to go high, but then packs the 5 of Cole Sampson. Trey Smith getting it as well, and Collins almost goes upside down. You see Reeves in it as well. I think Reeves is going to get run into by the 17 of Logan Williams. Aiden McCrow involved as well. Ryan Durrani punches Cole Sampson in the mouth. Charlie Davenport, there's where Tristan Allen gets his damage. Caleb Rose makes slight contact, and pretty much a checkup and accordion effect. And that is huge when it comes to the standings, as Collins only had a 30-point lead over Aiden McCrow. And, I mean, given everybody has been struggling tonight, so Collins, McCrow's going to have some damage. He's going to be caught in the back. Tall, I think, given where Tall is current, Braden Perez is the highest running chase driver right now. That of those top 6, he was 21st. Tall is 22nd, and they'll be a bit ahead with all these guys getting taken out. It's going to get really knotted up, especially given where McCrow is standing right now. It's going to be an absolute dogfight to the end. We're going to be talking about single positions next week of given where they're running. But Mitchell Collins with a lot of front-end damage to the Logitech Taurus. We'll take a look at this accident in real time, but all that was sparked off with Ethan Lewis getting a bit too impatient, and taking out Cole Sampson's falling in real time. Lewis getting way too impatient, trying to do a bump and run, but does not work. And then you see right back in here, Mitchell Collins almost going upside down. And pretty much the back half of the field checks up into that. And Collins is not going to be happy with everybody there. And honestly, not going to be happy with himself. He could have pulled down to the inside because he saw Perez and Tall do the same thing. I don't know why he elected to go high, but unfortunately, it's going to take him out of the race and really going to change the dynamics of this championship battle. Let's go back to the front. Will Parrish led them back to the caution flag, led them off of the pit lane, so let's see what Parrish is able to do on the restart here as we clean up caution number 2 of the night here at the Nazareth Speedway. We're back here at the Nazareth Speedway, wrapping up a pretty big accident, second caution of the night here at Nazareth. Take a look and see who was all knocked out from that accident. Cole Sampson, Mitchell Collins, the biggest name being knocked out from that. Owen Miles, 17 of Logan Williams, and the 28 of Cameron Garlington. Fitzwater still somehow on the pit lane, and we still have 34 cars remaining on the racetrack, and 29 of them are on the lead lap. Your top 5 going back to the Reese's restart zone are Will Parrish, Derek Hamill, John Andrews, Nathan Smith, and 16 of Noah Clifton. And Zachary Davis was on the tail and the lead lap, and Parrish is going to use him as a vehicular shield to get back to the front. A couple of slow cars up in front of these guys, one of them being the 7 of Nelson Reeves, who's going to hold up his team owner of Derek Hamill. On the outside lane getting held up. Hamill is not going to be happy with Nelson Reeves now that they're going to go 3 wide there for a second. Reeves severely slow on the racetrack. Everybody trying to get around the Coca-Cola number 7. Brendan Yodel trying to get around the 1 of Zachary Davis. He will succeed in doing so. I think Davis was also caught up in that accident. He has a lot of rear end damage. Andrews will get by. Now can Yodel track down the 0-2 of Parrish and potentially get back on the lead lap and have a caution come out? Right now, I just don't know. We'll close in on the halfway point through the Tastykake 400 presented by Trains and Lanes Hobbies. It has been an eventful one. You see, Collins is being scored in 37th. If Zachary Fitzwater can get out, and I don't see Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzy is still in the pit lane. I don't know why they're trying to still repair. So if Fitzwater doesn't get out, Collins will be in 37th. That will give him 15 points. Given where Yodel is running at the moment, Yodel is currently 30th. That'll give him 50 points. He just needs more cars to fall out of the race if he wants a shot of winning this championship. But the fight is on. You see, there is the 92 of Perez. There's the 99 of Madison Tall. Perez will have the points lead going back into going to New Jersey next week at the rate he is running, and he is currently slicing his way through the field. It might come down to between Perez and Tall, because I don't see where the 42 is running. There is McCrow. McCrow actually isn't that far behind, so McCrow, I think, would actually have the points lead as he goes 3 wide between Monaco and Zachary Davis. It is going to be very, very tight between McCrow, Perez and Tall. But you've got to feel for Mitchell Collins right there. And that was just a racing mistake right there. But unfortunately, it's going to take him out of this race and going to hinder his chances of winning the championship next week at New Jersey. To go 3 wide onto the back straightaway. This is going to get a little tight, but nothing they cannot manage. As we are past the halfway point through the Tastykake 400 presented by Trains and Lanes Hobbies. Will Parrish has led all 31 laps. Can Andrews catch up to him at all, and can Yodel potentially make something happen? But right now, drivers that'll be mathematically eliminated will be Tristan Allen, who is 280 points behind. Actually, Allen currently 28th, so I think he'll be mathematically eliminated. It's just, you never know with this kind of stuff what can happen, as 26 of Yodel is beginning to catch up to the back end of Will Parrish. See if he's able to get around him. He will be the first car on the tail end of the lead lap, so, or not a tail end, but there's a lap down the inside lane, so Yodel is just hoping for a caution soon, because he really wants to get back on the lead lap. He is currently still in 30th, 1 lap down. But right now, I think realistically, if you're looking next week in the future, is realistically it's going to come down to between McCrow, Perez, Tall, Yodel, and Collins. But you never know. You never know with this kind of stuff. Something can happen. Like we saw, we didn't expect Mitchell Collins to get to nuke himself there, and we could see another driver make a similar mistake like that. Not know, especially that is the beauty of auto racing. It is so unpredictable that it's almost impossible to be scripted. You just never know with this kind of stuff. As we close in on 20 laps to go here at Nazareth. Parrish looking for a domination win, and heck, they came down on about lap 25. The most they can do is 30. So that'll put him about 55. We could see these guys run out of gas at the end. Fitzy is still stuck on the pit lane. I don't know why. I don't know why they're still trying to fix that 9 machine. Parrish is running away with this at the moment. When it comes to the lead, they do not typically get too aggressive here. Right now, Parrish is running his laps. Fastest lap of the race still belongs to Big Daddy Derek himself, who currently runs in position number 6. They might catch up to Nelson Reeves as a lap driver. Reeves just entering turn 3. They're just exiting turn 2, so we might see Nelson Reeves and other lap traffic come into play. And we could see another yellow that could completely change the game. Just don't know. That is, like we said, you just don't know with this kind of stuff. As we'll see, there is the 7. About the same interval between himself and the 02. 19 to go. Just don't know. Just don't know if they'll catch up. They might catch up to Zachary Davis and Ryan Durrani. Given how beat up the 1 is, I imagine they'll catch up to Davis. We just do not know. We absolutely do not know. What we do know is Will Parrish might be looking to run away with this win. Looking to get max points. All he has to do is run the fastest lap, but last time by 27.206. Fastest lap was 0.3 seconds faster than that, so you can tell those Hoosier tires are beginning to wear out. So I don't believe Parrish will score max points, but he will score a lot of points indeed if this thing goes green to the end, and if we don't have any lap car shenanigans, which we might have, given that Reeves is getting closed in by the 02 of Parrish. Reeves is just at the start-finish line. Parrish is in between 2 and 3. Yodel looking to pass the O2. We'll go through the field. How about Nathan Stapleton running in 4th? Have not had a good season by any means. Right now, currently piloting that number 97 GBL Chevy Monte Carlo to a top 5 finish. Daisy Johnson, the 53. How about the 24 of Riley Sampson? Still rocking top 10 spot. Dustin Davis. And how about Tyler Reynolds trying to get some redemption after last week? You know, if Tyler Reynolds, if his crew chief did not make a miscalculation with fuel, Reynolds would have had a nice top 10 run last week. And he might, given this run, given that the problems everybody else is having, he might have had a good chance to make a fight for this championship. But right now, Braden Perez in the 92, currently 12th. Madison Tall really fell back, so even Aiden McCrow in the 42 has made some strides up there. I believe if McCrow gains one more position, he should have the he should be the points leader, but it is going to be a dogfight between McCrow and Perez, given where they are running right now. Check on the lead just a second. So 17 points gets you. Actually, no, it'll be 16 points this time by as Perez goes. McCrow, excuse me, goes underneath George I. So 16th will get you 120 points. 12th gets you 140. So I believe McCrow, given where he's running right now, will be the points leader going into Nazareth next week. I thought the yellow was out. No, it is not. So I believe Aiden McCrow mathematically should be the points leader. Going into the corporate deployments 500 next week with Braden Perez second. I believe Madison Tall, given where Madison is running right now, 21st, given Collins will be finishing 37th. I believe Madison Tall and Mitchell Collins will be right next to each other when it comes to that. I don't know. We'll figure this out in the post-race show tonight, but with 10.5 laps remaining, it looks like it. Will Parrish is going to try and run away with this 2.5 second lead over John Andrews, but he's got to navigate around the lap traffic of Nelson Reeves. Reeves currently 33rd. Given, I believe he's going to get knocked out of championship contention. We'll see during the pre-race show. We'll just calculate everyone. We'll calculate those guys. I believe Logan Alexander will get mathematically eliminated. 10 to go. 9 to go this time by. They have caught up to Nelson Reeves. I don't believe they'll catch up to Ryan Durrani. So as long as the 02 of Parrish can navigate around Reeves, he should be good to go to the end. We don't know if they're good to go when it comes to fuel. We'll see what Brendan Yodel is willing to do to potentially cause a caution, because given that this is just AI, there's no judgment call, so Yodel can cause a caution, get back out on the lead lap, and potentially make a run at this race winner, just getting some points over Mitchell Collins. But now here is the where the chess match begins at 100 miles an hour. And Parrish will move down to the inside of the 7, so does Yodel. 7 laps to go. They will easily get around the 7 of Nelson Reeves, that's what his name is. 7 to go at the line. I don't believe they'll catch up to Ryan Durrani. They might on the last lap. Someone's down the pit lane. It's Dustin Davis and Daisy Johnson. Oh, and Nathan Smith as well. So those guys could not make it, and that begs the question. And well, that answers my question. Will Parrish is down the pit lane with 6 to go. So now does anybody play the strategy game? Hamill's gonna stay out. I imagine it's just gonna be gas and go. So drama in the late stages of the Tastykake 400. And oh, somebody's making some contact in the back there. Hamill will come down. So will Perez, and we'll see how this all shakes things out. Andrews is going to be a bit closer to Parrish, but did Nathan Smith just pull a good strategy? Smith came down. I think Parrish might come out in front of Smith. We don't know. This could be interesting. Contact a bit between some guys we don't really need to care about, but cycling back to the front. I think it's going to be, yeah, Parrish should cycle out to Parrish and Andrews with 5 to go. Oh, Hamill's going to be a part of this battle. No, I think he'll be a little bit of a battle. We're going to see how this all cycles out, but Andrews is right on the back bumper of Parrish. I think Andrews just took a tiny little bit of gasoline because he was right on the back bumper. We'll see how this cycles out, and it does. So Andrews is also going to look for win number 1. He's going to be down to the inside. Now those guys took tires, and they'll be side by side, door to door down the back straightaway. Does Hamill try and take advantage of this? And John Andrews makes the pass. Does Parrish fight back? He'll be right on the back bumper of Andrews. Oh, Parrish is slowly seeing this first win slip from his fingers. Hamill goes a bit wide, but he's still in this fight. Same with Nathan Smith. But Andrews could be looking at win number 1 of his career with 2 to go next time by. Oh, is it going to be a heartbreak for Parrish? And what is Parrish willing to do? And Perez has gotten up to 8, so I believe Perez might have the points lead. The popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for John Andrews now. Parrish slowly trying to gain in. Thought the caution was out, but we remain green for the moment. Coming around. White flag in the air. One more time around the Nazareth Speedway for John Andrews. And now Hamill is going to try and make a move around Will Parrish. Parrish is seeing this race go down the tubes. Contact in the back. Not going to mean anything. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Does Parrish have anything left? I don't think he is. But John Andrews, he came, he saw, and he conquered on a last couple of lap pass on the front straightaway. Andrews will win here at the Nazareth Speedway for career win number 1. I believe Hamill may have gotten Parrish out the line. Yes, he did by just 100th of a second. So Macklin Hamill will go 1-2 tonight here at Nazareth. Absolute heartbreak for the 0-2 of Will Parrish. And the yellow flag came out. Someone wrecked on the final lap. Not sure who it was, but John Andrews is going to body armor victory lane. What an upset. We mentioned they was mathematically eliminated from the points, but inside he said, screw that. That's not going to stop me from getting a win tonight. Andrews is your official winner here at the Nazareth Speedway. Take a look at your official race standings. John Andrews leads only 3 laps tonight. I believe it was 3 laps, but it was just enough to get the job done. Derek Hamill gets second there. A dead heat with Will Parrish. Nathan Smith gets 4th. Landis Jr. gets 5th, so good run for the Polar Star guys, aside from Zachary Fitzwater. Dustin Davis 6th. Daisy Johnson 7th. Braden Perez in 8th. Noah Clifton 9th. Riley Sampson rounds out the top 10. McCrow got 15th. So, see, Tall got 17th, and you take a look and see Mitchell Collins officially getting 37th. Zachary Fitzwater 53 laps down. Don't even know why Fitzwater didn't teleport, or didn't at least come back out. But we're going to do some quick math here. We're going to calculate everything here. So we'll begin with Mitchell Collins finishing 37th on the grid. 37th awards 15 points, so... And then we'll go down to Aiden McCrow, who finished 15th. 15th is 125 points. So I think it's definitely safe to say Mitchell Collins will no longer be the points leader. Braden Perez, 8th with 160. And Madison Toll, 17th, 115. We'll throw in Nelson Reeves is probably going to get knocked out of championship. Actually, I don't think he is. Reeves 33rd, so that'll give him 35 points. And then Brendan Yodel 29, so he improved a position, so that's good. Yodel will get 55 points out of tonight, so we're going to do some quick math since that race only took about 40 minutes, so incredible how short this race was. Only 2 cautions tonight, so that was good. So Mitchell Collins had 11,050 points and comes out of here with 11,065. And Aiden McCrow came in here with 11,020 plus 125. That will be 11,145. So already a pretty big gap between Collins and McCrow. Now this will be the thing. I believe it's either going to be Aiden McCrow or Braden Perez. I believe it should be Aiden McCrow who has the points lead, but let's see what the damage is. Actually, wait a minute. Actually, no, that was correct. That was 11,020. 951 plus 160. Get you. Wow, ones all across the board. So, Aiden McCrow will be your championship leader going into New Jersey next weekend. How about that? 5 ones on the board for Braden Perez. And then Madison Tall. 945 plus 115, 1160. So she right with Mitchell Collins, like I predicted. And then we'll do Nelson Reeves, who is not going to you'll see who was knocked out from championship contention after this, but Reeves with 10,000. 10,930, so not bad. Not actually not as bad as it could be, but yeah, Reeves is gonna have a tough road to hoe if he wants to have a chance of winning this championship. And then we'll go down to Brendan Yodel, and then I believe Logan Alexander, Tristan Allen, Trey Smith, they all had pretty poor runs, so I believe they'll be mathematically eliminated. But Brendan Yodel, 10,855 plus 55, excuse me. 10,940, so Brendan Yodel up top 5 in the points. So those are, so I believe mathematically speaking, so Aiden McCrow will be your championship leader going into the season finale next week at New Jersey with 11,145 points, and then it will be Braden Perez hot on his heels with 11,111 points behind. So we're gonna show qualifying, not live, but we're gonna tape qualifying, so there'll be that. And then you go down, it will be with 11,000. It'll be Mitchell Collins will be 4th in points with 11,065, and then Madison Tall with 11,060, and then Brendan Yodel 5th with 10,940, and then Nelson Reeves 10,930. So realistically, it's gonna come down to the 2 rivals on the track, Aiden McCrow and Braden Perez, on who wins a championship for 2021. But you will see all the official standings when we come back in the points showcase. But oh boy, what a race tonight. I never thought we would be doing this, or having this, but John Andrews gets win number 1 of the season. Mecklenham Motorsports gets all 3 cars in victory lane in 2021. And it looked like there for the majority of the race that Will Parrish was going to end up in body armor victory lane, but unfortunately, Lady Luck has one more dance with the BWT02 machine. And we'll see if he's able to get it done next week at New Jersey. And we'll see if Colton Yo is able to do so. We'll see if Team Velocitar is able to make a trip to body armor victory lane this season. But what an absolute race we had here tonight. We had thrills, we had chills, we had championship implications, as Rick Allen would love to say. We have got one hell of a fight, a championship fight, going into the Corporate Deployments 500 next week at the New Jersey Motor Speedway. That will be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, that will be at 7 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. Get that thing right in prime time, and that will be a wrap for 2021. And oh boy, it is coming right down to the wire. It's about, let's see, 45 minus 11. It is a 34-point gap between McCrow and Perez for this championship. That equivalates to 7 positions on the racetrack. It is going to be tight going down to going into New Brunswick next week. Holy, what a race we're going to have next week, and what a race we had tonight. That is all I've got, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the penultimate race of 2021 here at the Nazareth Speedway in the Tastykake 400, presented by Trains and Lanes Hobbies. Congratulations to John Andrews on getting his first win of the season and his first win of his career here at the Nazareth Speedway in the Tastykake 400, presented by Trains and Lanes Hobbies. And that is all we have got for you tonight. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Here are your point standings after 36 races, and we will see you next week for the season finale for 2021, where we will crown a champion. Oh boy, it's gonna be fun. We will see you next week at the track, only on NASCAR Nerd 34.